That's why I'm hot.
Hey guys, and welcome to another training sessions video. Today the focus is on footwork and finishing. I haven't posted a training session in over a week and I apologise for that, but I've had 5 games in the last 2 weeks, so my body was absolutely stuffed and I just needed some time to recover. But we're back at it. This first drill is called the linear footwork drill. So I'll place 6 markers down about 1 foot length apart. About 10 to 12 meters up, I've got a box. My first set, I'm just putting 2 feet in each marker, going forward as fast as I can, and I burst out into a sprint. Now sprint all the way up to the first part of the box, and as soon as I hit that first part of the box, I decelerate as quickly as possible and try to come to a complete stop before I hit the edge of the box. The box is there's about 2 to 3 meters between the 2 sets of cones in the box. This drill really focuses on quick foot movement, the ability to accelerate and decelerate in a controlled manner. I really think deceleration is underrated, as you're always changing direction and speed in the game. The quicker you decelerate, the quicker you can change direction. Now as for training volume, what you saw earlier, so the 2 feet facing forward, that was the first set. So I'll do that 4 times, so I'll complete 4 repetitions. Now as for recovery, you're going to recover between each rep and between each set. So between each repetition, recovery time is about 10 to 15 seconds. So once you complete the repetition, you're just walking back to the start. And again, the focus is on quality, not endurance. Now between each set, you're going to rest for 1 minute. Now as for the second set, it was 2 feet facing left. Again, complete 4 repetitions. Third set, 4 repetitions facing right. Finally, for the last set, you're doing a zigzag motion between each cone, and again, complete 4 repetitions of that. Now I really like that footwork drill, as it works on a different bunch of athletic movements that you'd really come across in a game, especially when you face your left and your right and you're coming on the side, especially defender when you're jockeying and attacking player. There you got to be on your toes, have quick feet, and if that attacker does get around you, you can push off the mark with 1 foot and hopefully catch him. And that's it for the linear footwork drill. And this is a drill that I lived by in my college days. Right, so now we're going to move on to bounding. Now this is going to focus on our unilateral power in our legs. I'm going to see how much force I can produce with each stride. Power and force is the foundation that kicks off your acceleration. The more power and force you can generate with each muscle contraction, the faster you're going to be. So nice and simple, I've just got 1 cone to start, and then I've got a gate about 10 to 15 meters up. So my first set, I'm focusing on vertical bounding, so how high I can hop with each stride. So each stride equals 1 repetition. I do 10 repetitions, and I complete 4 sets. Now as for recovery time, this really doesn't fatigue you at all, and I walk back between each set and get straight into the next set. The next one is horizontal bounding. So I want to see how far I can hop between each stride. The same training volume, 10 repetitions, 4 sets in total, and I only filmed 2 sets for this one. Alright, so move on to the last physical exercise, that is 15-meter hill sprints. Start off the bottom, make sure I start off on an elevated piece of ground. I've got no added momentum to help me up, just pure resistance from the hill. Now hill sprints are going to really improve your acceleration, as you've got that resistance on your legs. So going from the bottom to the top of the hill equals 1 set. I'm going to do 6 sets in total, with about 20-second recovery in between. So now we can finally move on to the technical part of the session, and I'm just focusing on pure finishing. Now the last few weeks my finishing has been really poor, and I know I'm a defensive midfielder, but that's just no excuse not to hit the target. I've been missing the target a lot. I know, I've just been on poor form lately. Just really trying to get back in the groove of shooting. So this is called the Spanish drill, and all I'm doing, I've got about 8 balls, and I'm just dragging it back with the sole of my foot, opening my body up using the inside, and trying to curl it in the right hand side of the goal. And again, I'm just showing you all of my mistakes, all my good shots. I want to be completely transparent in these training sessions. As you can see, my body shape and leg swing is still inconsistent. I talk about my finishing theory in my last finishing video, which you can click on in the top right corner. But yeah, I'm really not happy with my finishing at the moment. Anyway, as for training volume, I do 3 sets using my right foot, and each set I have about 8 shots, so 8 repetitions. Now for my rest time, I just go slowly, jog and collect the balls and bring them back before the next set. Here's some footage on my left foot. It's really strange, I seem to score more goals with my left foot than my right foot. I don't know why that is, but at the moment my left foot is hitting the target more often than my right. It's just something that I've noticed over the years. Alright, so move on to 2-touch rotation. Basically I've got my 8 balls again, and I've got my back face to the goal with an imaginary defender on my back. I juggle the ball up, I wait for it to come down, I trap it, but I move it into a positive direction. I have 2 sets this time. I have 1 set of 8 going towards my left, and then 1 set of 8 going towards my right. This way I can just get used to finishing from different angles, and that's it for the session. As I mentioned before, finishing is a weak part of my game, and I have no shame in mentioning that. The best way to improve is to keep an open mind and work on your weaknesses. Don't be afraid to accept your weaknesses. The moment that you do that, there's a more chance that you're going to improve your overall game in the near future. I see most players just work on their strengths and they ignore their weaknesses, or they tell themselves that they don't have any weaknesses. It must be a mental thing and makes them feel better or something, but it's wrong to think that way. You won't effectively improve that way at all. So the comment section below, if you're comfortable with it, please share your weaknesses and what you need to work on. Guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet for more training sessions, tutorials. Also comment if you're liking the new intro. Alright, cheers guys, until next time.
Refix.